So we all know the story of Jesus' Last Supper and how he has dinner with his 12 disciples, after which he's betrayed by Judas for 30 pieces of silver and turned over to the police, after which he is crucified and is resurrected. And we all know the Last Supper painted by Leonardo da Vinci in 1496. And we've all seen the famous Mel Gibson version of the Last Supper.
Kabilule wa okulu Tinau kishmi Dilukomi hiv.
There's also a school of thought, for example, led by Kenneth Humphreys and Napoleon Bonaparte, who believed that Jesus Christ never existed as a real person. If this is true, that Jesus never existed, and the story of Jesus is but a fable, where did the story of the Last Supper originate? To get a handle on this, let us reference Dorothy Murdoch's 2008 Christ in Egypt, the Horus-Jesus connection. On page 335 she states, "In ancient mythology in which immortal gods can die, the death of a deity is very significant and is often attended by a sentiment of redemption and salvation, such as the ultimate sacrifice of a God's Son in Jesus Christ. We have already seen how Osiris and Horus were both betrayed and murdered by their brother-uncle Typhon Set, with Osiris' death plotted during a sort of Last Supper gathering." She continues, "But were either Osiris or Horus crucified, as has been claimed by a number of writers? Firstly, when it is asserted that Horus or Osiris was crucified, it should be kept in mind that it was not part of the Osiris-Horus myth that the murdered god was held down and nailed to a cross, as we perceive the meaning of crucified to be. Based on the drama we believe allegedly took place during Christ's purported passion. Rather, in one myth, Osiris was torn to 14 pieces before being raised from the dead, while Horus similarly is stung by a scorpion prior to his resurrection. In short, he says that what we now believe as crucified originally is based on the model of Osiris being torn to pieces. So here's where the Last Supper originated. Some 3,000 years before the purported Last Supper of Jesus, there was a famous Last Supper of Osiris. It occurred during an event when Set arranged a large banquet of food and invited his brother Osiris to join him in dinner along with a host of guests. During the party, Set brought out a large chest and played a game in which he tried to convince all of the people at the dinner to get into the chest to see who would fit the best. One by one, the guests got into the chest and tried to see if they could fit. Little did Osiris know, however, that before the party, Set had built the chest with the exact dimensions of Osiris's body, such that when Osiris got in, the helpers came out and sealed the lid on the chest, and therein Set betrayed Osiris and threw the chest into the Nile River. Set later found the chest and took out the body of his brother that he had betrayed and cut the body into 14 pieces. This is what Murdoch means when she refers to the original crucifixion. In the Jesus Passion version, which is a rescript of this, the cutting of the body is replaced by the whipping of the body of Jesus. Hence, in some, the famous Last Supper of Christ, wherein Jesus announces that he's going to be betrayed by someone at the dinner who is Judas, is a fictional story based on the Last Supper of Osiris, wherein during dinner Osiris is betrayed by his brother Set.